Hello, traders. This is John, and I just want to give you a quick overview of the Option Meister futures room, live trading room, and what you're going to see when you enter the room. Typically, on most days, you're going to see these four charts: so the CL, the ES, the NQ, and the one on the right is typically the Russell or gold, whatever. And these are the 30-minute charts I look at, and I'm waiting for the particular underlying to get to an area to trade. And when it does get to an area, like you see here on the ES right now, where it's up at 28.89.25, I'll switch to a smaller time frame. These are 30-minute time frames. I'll switch to a smaller time frame and really look to fine tune my entry. So here, this is a good example. This is occurring right now. We just had a trade fire here. And what that means is there's five criteria I look at. I want to be at an area, which is one of these fib areas. In this case, to go short, I want to be over bought. So it's up here in this area of these two parallel red dotted areas. I need a red dot indicating a change in direction. I want these ranger bars to be magenta. And then last, I want the break below this 3 line down here. So once those five criteria are met, then that fires a signal for me and I take the trade. So this one will be in at about 28.89 quarter. Some like to wait until the actionator, which is this yellow line, solid yellow line, crosses this white dotted line, which fires this signal. You can see the red triangle. A little more conservative of an entry, but nonetheless, they usually occur within a bar or two of one another. So whatever you do, you want to do that consistently. So I'm looking for areas to trade on a large chart. And then when it gets to then I'll typically move to the, I look in here and then I'll move to the smaller chart and execute a trade. So anyway, you'll see a bunch of different, flip it back and forth, see different charts, different things going on. But, primarily I leave the 30-minute up when I'm not in a trade. Because it's easier for me dealing with the options on the other monitors and being active in there. It's easier for me to keep an eye on when I'm ready to trade, because I'm not going to trade unless it approaches an area. Like if you look on oil right now here at July 19th, if it comes back and pulls back in this area, this July 19th oil, it comes back in this area, I may be looking for a short. Same thing here, obviously on both the ES and the Nasdaq. Now the Russell is up at an area right now. I typically don't trade a lot of Russell. I use it to trade the IWM, but it would be setting up. We've approached the area. We would switch on to the actionator, and we can see here it's in an area. We're at an area number 1. That's criteria 1. We're overbought, criteria 2. We've got the magenta bars, criteria 3. Now we're waiting for a red dot, criteria 4, and a break below the 3 line, like these yellow ones are here. So we can watch that for a minute and see if anything develops. It's a little slow. It's about 12:30 on the 13th of June. So it's a little slow right now, but you see what's going on there. And maybe we'll get something. I'll try to do. Okay, now we got the red dot here. I want to point out where you got the red dot. Now all I need to make this trade is a break below this this line. It's 3.000 here. So once that happens, I'll mark that. And we want to be. We're just waiting for this. So maybe by the next bar or so, we'll get a short. That would be a short signal. Take a look back at the E-mini, which we traded earlier. It's about where it was. So the E-mini, that was a pretty good example. There we go. That fired on that bar right there. You could see how that trade fired. And your fill would have been around 35.30, something like that. So that gives you an idea of how this works. The same thing over here on the E-mini right now. So nice. We got 2 examples there in pretty short order that you can get an idea of how that works. So that's what you'll see when you enter the live trading room. And so it's not a surprise. A couple of the other things is that these numbers at the top indicate the if they're green, like right now, the Nasdaq's up 32.5, which is 0.44%. You'll see that across the top of the 30-minute charts. I just show the points on the smaller charts, but on the 30-minute, you can see that. So that's some of the other items that you'll see that you'll notice. And right now, you've got a nice trade here where you got short at 35.30. You're up a point. So there's $100, and there's a very, very nice trade. So, and same thing now on the ES. So you got in up here, fired to say 2089, something in that area. Not quite as quickly down, but it's still moving. You've got an advantage now because these red bars are below the white horizontal line there. And even more so over here on the Russell, you see where these large red bars are way below the line. That shows more momentum to the downside. So you got a couple of trades here that look pretty good. And they're, if you, like I said, if you got in here at 35.30, you've already made about almost $200 on that trade. So I hope that gives you a little sense of what we do. Hopefully these trades will work out for those that took them. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach me in the private chat, email, or in the live trading room chat. Thanks. Have a great day.